All right, welcome back. Your question is Jacob has a board that is 94 and 25 hundredths inches long. How many pieces can he cut that are 6 and 5/10 inches long? We know that how many does not tell us if we're going to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. So I'm going to just cross that out for now so that I don't think that that's a clue. I don't really see anything else, so I'm going to have to think about this. If I have a board and I'm going to cut it into pieces, it's telling me that each of my pieces is going to be 6 and 5/10 inches long. That means that each board that I cut is going to be the same amount. Well, I know that same amount is telling me that I need to divide. So I need to ask myself the silly questions. Am I going to cut my board into smaller pieces, or can I cut smaller pieces into a long board? Well, that doesn't make sense. I have to take my long board, which is 94 and 25 hundredths, and cut it into smaller pieces, and each of those smaller pieces are 6 and 5/10. Replace the arrow with division, then write in and out. Here I come over to my scratch paper. 9, 4, 2, 5, and then 6.5. Here I have a decimal outside the box, and I can only use whole numbers, so I have to move my decimal on the outside one time to make a whole number. New decimal, old decimal, but what I do to the outside, I have to do to the inside. So I moved it one time outside. I'm going to move it one time inside. New decimal, old decimal. Let's rewrite this so that it's much neater without all of those extra marks. So 9, 4, 2 decimal after the 2 in its new place, 5. And now I'm going to bring up that decimal. 65 does not go into 9, so 0 on the top and the bottom. Subtract and slide. 65 goes into 94 one time. And 94 minus 65, I can't say 4 minus 5, so I borrow. 14 minus 5 is 9. 8 minus 6 is 2. And slide. So now I have 292. 65 is close to 70. And how many 70s could go into this number here? And 292 is almost 300. So I could get 4 70s, which would be 280, into 292. So that gives me a good place to start multiplying 65 times 4 to see if I need to go up or down to get the closest possible to 292 without going over. And 4 times 5 is 20. Carry the 2. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 2 is 26. I think my estimate's pretty good here. I can't get any closer to 292 without going over. So I'm going to put a 4 on the top, 260, subtract, I get 2, 3, that's 0, and now slide 325. Okay, so again, 65 is almost 70. This is almost 300, but it's a little over. So how many 70s could I get into 300? Well, 170 is 70, 2 70s is 140, 3 70s is 210, 4 70s is 280. So let's try 5. 65 times 5, that's 25, 30 and 2. It's perfect. So 5 on the top, 325 on the bottom. Subtract, I have a remainder of 0. So my answer is here, 14.5. And we see that our answer is B, 14.5, or 14 and 5/10.